stupid, Justin! Nahuli mo na nga siya sa hotel na may kaulayaw na iba tapos tatanggapin mo pa rin siya? How can you be so sure na isang beses lang niyang ginawa yun? She was a dirty woman. How would you know if that Louie do her in her office while you're not... Shut up! One more word, Lian. I'm gonna cut the tongue of yours para hindi ka na makapagsalita. Natigilan ito. Kung noon pa siguro mga nakaraan, baka nasaktan na niya ang babae dahil sa mga masasamang salitang ibinabato nito sa asawa niya. But no, he had already grown up. Hanggat maaari ay ayaw na niyang makasakit pa ng babae, physically or emotionally. You seem to know almost all the details about the incident, including my whereabouts. You're making me suspicious, Lian. Malamig niyang saad. May kinalaman ka ba sa nangyayaring kaguluhan ngayon sa buhay namin mag-asawa? Everything can't be coincidence, right? Mula sa multimedia messages na nakita niya sa inbox ng cellphone ni Angela, the setup that happened in the hotel in Manila where he met Ian. Angela and Louis' scandal at ang mas nagpatibay ng kanyang hinala ay ang annulment papers na ibinigay nito sa asawa niya. His name is Tom was even on it. If it is Abby alone, he doubt it if she can do it on her own. Why didn't he realize that immediately? Napalunok si Lian habang nakatitig sa kanya. Wala akong alam sa pinagsabi mo, Justin. Narinig ko lang sa bali-balita lahat. Kilala mo naman ako, di ba? Kung gusto ko pa kayong sarain, dapat inagaw na kita sa kanya, but I didn't do it. Kahit na mahal pa rin kita. Kahit na sobrang sakit na. Huminga siya ng malalim at tumango. Okay, just make sure you're telling the truth, Lian. Hindi mo gugustuhin magalit ako ng tuluyan sa'yo. Natahimik ito kaya naman tinalikuran na niya ang babae at lumabas ng mansyon bago pa man siya makalimot at masaktan niya ito. He dialed Isaac's number. Kailangan niyang matrack kung saan galing ang mensaheng pinadala kay Angela. If he will know the sender, then he can punish everyone involved no matter who they are. Where are you? Kakalapag lang ng chopper, Fortalejo. I am at your mansion. I'm with Velasquez. He sighed in relief. That's good, dahil may ipagagawa ulit ako sa'yo. He was about to drive his car to his mansion nang mamataan niya isang hindi pamilyar na kotse galing sa likod ng mansyon nila Lian mula sa kanyang rearview mirror. He knew that passage because Javier used to sneak out when they were still young. Hindi niya alam kung anong pumasok sa utak niya at nagpatangay siya sa kagustuhan niyang sundan ang sakyan. Sumuot ito sa kagubatang parte ng lugar at huminto sa isang tagong parte ng gubat. Mula sa sasakyan ay lumabas ang tatlong hindi pamilyar na mga lalaki. Maya-maya lang ay pinagtulungan itong buhatin ng isang babae. He was alarmed, lalo na maaninag niya ang bulto ng walang malay na babae. Kahit medyo may kalayuan siya ay hindi siya maaaring magkamali. Jessie and Angela have similar body build and most of all, they have the same long midnight black hair. A typical Viliaga. His heart is racing its beat habang natanaw ang mga ito. Napapasok na ng gubat tangay si Jessie. Hindi siya pwedeng tumunganga lang. Whatever those guys are planning, he's sure they are going to kill Jessie in that state. He texted Isaac and pulled the gun out from his mini compartment and loaded it with bullets. He haven't shot a person before even if he practiced it for protection. At pag nagkataon, yun ang unang beses niya. Bumaba na siya ng kanyang sakyan at palihim na sumunod sa tatlong lalaki patungo sa gubat. Tumigil ang mga ito malapit sa malaking puno ng akasya. Pag-aari ng mga Viliaga ang naturang lugar at sinadya ng mga ito na i-preserve ang gubat lalo na't hindi ito kalayuan sa talon. The three guys are digging. Tom, are they going to bury Jessie? Humugot siya ng malalim na buntong hininga. He can't wait for Isaac to come or he might get late on saving Jessie. Pumasto siya hindi kalayuan sa mga ito at nagtago sa parteng maraming damo. He can't miss or else he'll be dead. He aimed his gun to the one who was facing his back and pulled the trigger straight to the back of his head. Seconds later, bumulagta na sa lupa ang isang lalaki. Agad na naalarma ang dalawa at mabilis siyang pinaulanan ng bala. He rolled over to his left side and hid behind a tree. Hindi naman siya tinigilan ng mga ito. Damn it! I am a businessman and not a mafia boss nor an action star for Dom's sake. I didn't sign up for this. Gogo! Nainis niyang wika. He was about to counterattack nang bigla na lang lumitaw ang isang pamilyar na big bike. That is his Tom motorcycle, drove by the none other than Daredevil Rain, who mercilessly shot the other two men. Tell me, Fortalejo. I told you to wait for us. Asik ni Isaac. Isaac lent a hand for him to stand up. Nakita niyang nandoon din si Solomon at mabilis na tumakbo sa kinaroroonan ni Jessie. Napakunot na pa siya nang makitang umiiyak ang lalaki. Delmet, are they dating? How is she? Agad niyang tanong. She's still breathing, but the pulse rate is weak. Ano Solomon? Then, we should bring her to the hospital. Nag-aalala niyang wika. Binuhat na ni Solomon si Jessie at akmang aalis na nang magsalita si Rain. Take her to a safer place, Madrid. Baling nito kay Solomon bago ibinalik ang tingin sa lalaking parang nag-aagaw buhay na. They are from Equilibrium. Kita niyang natigilan si Solomon at napalingon naman si Isaac mula sa kinakalikot nitong tablet. Are you sure? Untag ni Isaac. Ipinakita ni Rain sa kanila ang maliit na letrang E sa likod ng kanang tenga ng lalaki. Kunot na usiyang napatitig sa mga kaibigan. What is Equilibrium, Velasquez? It's the biggest syndicate today, operating here in Asia. What do you think they are doing here, Rain? Ani Isaac. Napatitig siya kay Jessie na walang malay at pagkatapos sa mga kaibigan niya. Kahit hindi sila magsalita, alam niyang pareho sila ng iniisip. Shit, Isaac, nanganganib ang buhay ng asawa ko. James realized kung gaano na pala sila kalayo mula sa pantalan ng Santa Catalina. After navigating the yacht, umakyat siya sa deck at hinanap si Angela. Angela? Angela, nasan ka? Tawag niya pero walang sumasagot. Sinubukan niyang hanapin sa kabilang bahagi ng yate kung saan ito nagpunta kanina. Subalit habang naglalakad ay napansin niya sa hindi kalayuan sa kanila ang isang speedboat na patungo sa direksyon niya. Agad siyang kinabahan at sinubukang aninagin kung sino ang paparating. Subalit bago pa man niya magawa ang bagay na iyon, isang malakas na pagsabog ang kanyang narinig. He ran as fast as he could towards Angela's possible direction, kung saan nakita niya nag-aapoy na ang parating iyon. But before he could even reach the place, isang mainit na bagay na ang tumama sa kanyang balikat at maging sa kanyang likod. Dahilan ng kanyang panghihina, kasabay ng pagtilapon niya sa dagat dahil sa ikalawang pagsabog na naganap. His body was thrown into the depth of the water together with his deepest regret. Somebody wants to kill them, and this thing wouldn't happen if he didn't bring Angela with him. Hindi niya mapapatawad ang sarili niya kung may masamang mangyayari sa babaeng patuloy niyang minamahal. Nauna nang umalis si Solomon kasama si Jessie patungo sa mas ligtas na lugar. Mabilis namang tiningnan ni Isaac ang kanyang tablet. The radar is still moving towards north gaya kanina. They were out of Mindanao perimeter. Ano to sa kanya? We need to leave then. Anya at akmang aalis na rin subalit napalingon siya sa katawan ng tatlong lalaki. He saw Rain calling someone. Calder, I need some men to clean this mess up. Pinatay na nito ang tawag bago bumaling sa kanya. I need a warehouse for this one. Tukoy nito sa isang lalaking sa ngayon ay humihinga pa. Let me borrow one, Justin. Pinaningkitan niya ito ng mata. What are you going to do with that man? I'll just ask him a few questions. Ask him, my ass. Torture, you mean? Nailing niyang wika. Above all of his friends, Rain is one of the most badass among them. It makes him wonder who can tame this monster in front of him. That's how I ask a question. At least, he's alive, unlike this one who was shot in the head to death. Tukoy nito sa lalaking na baril niya. Such a good shot for a first-timer, huh? Rain even chuckled. He sighed in defeat. Okay, you can use one, but you cannot kill that in my warehouse, Velasquez. Don't worry, I will kill him in your car and not in the warehouse. Rain shrugged his shoulders that made him scoff. All of them hurriedly left and drove their way to his mansion. Sa tanang buhay niya ay ngayon lang siya nakapagmaneho ng ganong kabilis na halos hindi na sumasayad ang gulong niya sa lupa. Dahil gamit ni James ang yate, ay helicopter ang gagamitin niya sa paghahanap sa mga ito. Isaac piloted the helicopter. Habang unti-unti silang umaangat sa ere, pakiramdam niya iyon ang pinakamatagal na pagtakbo ng oras sa buong buhay niya. Hanggang sa nasa impapawid na sila ay abot langit pa rin ang kanyang kaba. Hindi siya madasaling tao subalit puno ng panalangin ng puso niya na sana'y walang nangyaring masama sa asawa at kapatid niya. Ilang sandali pa ay dinig na niya ang pagmumura ni Isaac. Damn it! They are out of the radar! Sagaw nito, mara siyang napalingon kay Isaac. What do you mean by out of radar, Twason? I lost them, Justin. Hindi ko na sila mahanap. Napasabunot siya sa kanyang buhok. Wag na wag mo kong mabiro na ganito. A long tear had escaped from his eyes as immeasurable fear began to reign in his heart. I'm not kidding, Justin. They really went out of radar. Look at the phone, idiot! Sigaw naman ni Rain. They change position even when they are still on the sky para makapag-focus ito sa paglolocate sa kinaroroonan ng asawa niya. Isa was giving him direction to where they are heading. But upon reaching many kilometers away from the dock, kitang-kita niya mula sa ibaba ang itim na usok na nagbumula sa dagat. Nanginginig ang kanyang mga kamay dahil sa posibilidad na naisip niya. Hindi na nga niya na malayang nabitawan na pala niya ang kontrol ng helicopter. Langya! Tuwazan! Take control of the helicopter! Kundi mo mamatay tayong tatlo dito! Sigaw ni Rain. He even felt like jumping kung hindi pa siya mahigpit na napigilan ni Rain. Hindi niya alam kung paano lumapag ang helicopter nila. He can take the scenario that pictured his mind. Some debris that floated on the water are parts of the yacht that they own. Angela! He ran as fast as he could towards the water while shouting his wife's name. Langya, bakit ba lagi siyang nahuhuli ng dating? He was so dumb useless. Stupid husband and he always used to be. Dang Fortalejo, tumigil ka! We can swim that distance. Rain ran towards his direction while trying hard to hold Justin. Kumalma ka, Justin. Hindi pa tayo sigurado kung yatin niyo ba talaga yan. Sinubukan din siyang pakalmahin Isaac, subalit walang epekto iyon sa kanya. His knees weakened kaya't napaluhod siya sa tubig at hindi alantana kung mababasa man siya. He will lose his mind kapag may nangyaring masama sa asawa niya. He wanted to ask as to why can't Angela trust him kahit mahal siya nito. But can he blame her? Simula na magkakilala sila, puro pasakit lang naman ang naibibigay niya sa babae. He broke her heart countless times before. That causes her fear and distrust. Ngayon pa lang siya, unti-unting bumabawi sa lahat ng pagkakamali niya. But it seemed like fate is playing with him, taking away his beloved wife from him. Will he gonna learn his lesson this hardest way? Rain and Isaac helped each other to drag him out of the water. Hindi nagtagal ay dumating naman ang Coast Guard team para hanapin ang sakay ng yate. No matter how he insisted, hindi siya pinayagan ng mga ito na tumulong sa paghahanap sa asawa niya. Instead, he was left on the shore frustratedly, waited for any updates. But their misfortune continued when the rain started to fall so hard. Lumapit sa kinaroroonan nila ang head ng rescue team na kasalukuyang nag-iimbestiga. How was it? Yata ba ng mga Fortalejo sumabog? Agarang tanong ni Isaac. Tumitig sa kanya ang head bago nagpakawala ng malalim na buntong hininga. I'm sorry to say this, but it was confirmed. The yacht that exploded belonged to Mr. Tiago Fortalejo, your father, Mr. Justin Fortalejo. What about the passenger? My wife and my brother was the one who rode that yacht. Nasaan sila? Nanginginig ang boss niyang tanong. The rescue team is still searching for their body, Mr. Fortalejo. Pero masyado nang malakas ang ulan at alon na delikado din para sa buhay ng mga divers. And what do you mean by that? Natitigil kayo sa paghahanap sa asawa ko? Bahagyang tumaas ang kanyang boses at tinablot ang kwelyo ng Admiral. Nakalmado pa rin ang muka. Mabilis na pumagitna sa kanila si Isaac. I'm sorry, Admiral. Mr. Fortalejo was still in his emotional verge. Pagpapaliwanag ni Isaac, subalit iwinaksin niya ito. Go and find my wife! Walang uuwi hanggat hindi nahahanap ang asawa ko. Galit yung wika. Hindi sila pwedeng tumigil sa paghahanap. I understand your pain and frustration. No, you don't understand me. Asawa ko yung biktima dito. Kung ayaw niyong maghanap, was ako mahanap sa kanya. Maras niyang binangga ang Admiral at naglakad na patungo sa baybayin, pero bago pa man siya makarating doon, ay hinarang na siya ni Isaac. Get back to your senses, Justin. Do you really think that risking your life out there would make any sense at all? Tingin mo ba maililigtas mo sa Angela sa sitwasyon mo ngayon? I know you're worried and hurting, but stop being emotional and think rationally. Kapag sumugod ka doon, baka ikamatay mo pa at hindi mo makikita buhay ang asawa mo. He felt so helpless as he stared at the dark sea in front of him. Isaac tapped his shoulder before he left to talk to the Admiral. Wala siya naging choice kundi ang umuwi ng mansyon. Even if he doesn't want to. His friends forced him to do so. It was past 11 o'clock subalit gising pa din siya. Not just him, but Isaac too. Rain, on the other hand, was now at his old warehouse, interrogating the man from earlier. The rain outside was pouring so hard like there's no tomorrow. His poor Myanmar must be cold right now. Mula sa pagkakatulala sa kawalan ay naagaw ni Manang Salome ang kanyang atensyon. Balisa itong humarap sa kanya subalit baka sa mukha nito ang pag-aalangan na magsalita. What is it, Manang? Senyorito, tumawag pong ospital na kinaroroonan ni Sir Crisostomo. Si Mama Mira daw po. What about Mama? Tuluyan ang naagaw ni Manang Salome ang kanyang atensyon. Hinimatay daw po at nagka-mild heart attack dahil sa nabalitaan niyang pagkawala ni Senyorita Angela. He shut his eyes tightly at mariing napasabunot ng buhok niya. God, how is he gonna deal with this? How is her condition? Medyo stable na daw po pero kasi narinig namin sa balita na nagtanan daw po si Senyorita at ang kapatid ninyo. Kaya nangyari ang aksidente. May halong takot at pag-aalangan nitong pahayag. Napatingin siya kay Isaac. Someone really wants to destroy her image, even in her state, huh? He said in gritted teeth. Stop worrying about these rumors, Justin. We can communicate with Vincent Lee to manipulate the news since he has control in the media. Puno ng kumpiyansang tura ni Isaac. He sighed in relief. Thanks, dude. What will I do without you? Isaac shook his head. Sounds cringe. Hearing you those kinds of words, but I appreciate your appreciation. Nakangisi pa nitong tukso. Binato niya ito ng tropilong na nadampot niya. Mabilis din namang nasalag ng loko. Napatingin sila sa bungad ng pintuan kung saan pumasok si Rain. Nabasang-basa ng ulan at may bahid pa ng dugo sa muka at damit. Tanig niyang napasingha pa si Manang Salome sa nakita. Did he talk? Tanong ni Isaac. Nope. He kept his mouth shut hanggang sa malagutan na ng hininga. Pagod nito ibinagsak ang sarili sa malinis niyang sofa. Vomit. His sticks with blood. But I got this. Iwinagayway nito sa area ang isang cellphone bago ibinigay kay Isaac. Lian's phone rang. A message had arrived about Angela and James' successful execution. Agad niyang tinawagan si Abby para gawin ang susunod nilang hakbang. And that is to fully ruin Angela's image in public. Matapos niyang maibigay ang instruction sa ututong si Abby, ay ibinaling niyang atensyon sa kanyang ama. Crisanto was now staring at the unconscious Crisostomo. Hindi na siya nakatiis at nilapitan na ito para kausapin. Are you sad about what happened to him, Dad? Malumanan niyang tanong. Crisanto took a quick glance at her bago ibinalik ang tingin sa kapatid. Who wouldn't get sad? Nag-iisa kong kapatid si Crisostomo, Lian. Natural lang na malungkot ako sa sinapit niya. Lian's lips formed a small smirk. Tama po kayo, Dad. It's very saddening pero sa kabilang banda, you can see this as a better opportunity. Maras na napalingon si Crisanto sa gawin niya. Did you hear yourself, Lian? What do you take me for? A sibling who was jealous of his brother's success. Diretsahan niyang sagot. Pinalisikan siya nito ng mata at napalingon pa sa paligid. Shut your mouth, Lian! Come on, Dad. I heard you and Tita Imelda arguing. Hindi ba't pinipigilan ka niya sa inggit na nararamdaman mo? Now, this is your chance. Hindi mo naman sinasadya ang nangyari sa kanila dahil wala ka namang kinalaman. Sa sitwasyon ngayon ni Tita Amira, hindi niya kakayaning magpatakbo ng ganoon kalaking kumpanya tulad ng Villaga Corporation. This is your chance to prove to them kung gaano ka kagaling. Nakita niyang sandaling natigilan si Crisanto sa sinabi niya at hindi na nakapagsalita. Maybe he realized something that he missed. Napangiti na lang siya. In no time, Crisanto will take over the Villaga Corporation. Then she will spread the news about Jess's disappearance. She's sure that both Crisanto and Imelda will go crazy and that company will fall into her own hands. She can have both Walt and Justin. Bingo! Who is he? Tanong ni Justin sa kanyang ama. Kararating lang naman ito mula sa Switzerland. His mother was now sedated dahil hindi na nila ito mapakalma nang malamang kasama si James sa sumabog na yate. He is Castor Madrid, Solomon's father. He will help with the rescue team to search for Angela and James. Tugon ng kanyang ama. Tumango siya. His father excused his way para kausapan si Castor, habang siya naman ay pinuntahan si Isaac. Any information about the phone? Isaac took a deep breath bago nagsalita. You wouldn't believe this, dude, but the location of the number this burner phone is calling was in Crescento Villegas mansion. He released a heavy sigh. Napatingala pa siya sa kisame at hinilot ang kanyang batok. You mean, Lian was somewhat related to that equilibrium and she's the one who instigated Jess's attempted murder? Malungkot itong tumango. Walang buhay siyang natawa. So Lian was the one who was behind all of this? So the fresh cuts that I have seen on her hands did not come from my wife, but from Jessie? And if she murdered Jessie, then she must be the one behind the yacht explosion. Wala sa sarili niyang sapantaha. Langya, yung babaeng halos sambahin niya noon dahil sa kabutihang taglay ay isa palang demonyong nagtatago sa malaanghel na kaanyuan. That must be the case. It won't be hard for her to execute this plan, Justin. Equilibrium was more powerful than you could ever imagine, that even Velasquez and Racine, who have joined forces, find it hard to capture Master M's head. Komento naman ni Isaac. He balled his fist in anger as his chest heaved up and down. Isaac pressed his shoulder to calm him. But we cannot make a move yet. It was just our conclusion for now, Justin. We need to find more evidence para maparusahan si Lian ng batas. Unless you want to take the justice within your own hands, which isn't the best option kung akong tatanungin mo. Parin siya pumikit. He has to think rationally. Hindi siya pwedeng magpadalos-dalos at sumugo doon ng walang sapat na ebidensya. But he can just sit down and relax. What are we going to do now? Nainip niyang tanong. Just pretend that you don't know anything and just focus on looking for Angela and James. We will help you sort this out. Not just because we have the same enemy, but also as a friend, Justin. We've known each other for years. Same with your brother. Thanks, man. He sighed. What about my in-laws? Are they safe in that hospital? What if their lives are endangered too? Nag-aalala niyang wika. Isaac sighed. We'll transfer them. Here, if that's fine with you. Raven's willing to send trusted doctors from his hospital to take care of them here. He's just waiting for our call. Damon landed some of his trusted men too, and so is Rossini. He can't help himself from getting emotional with the support his friends gave him. Siguro kung wala ang mga ito ay baka nabaliw na siya sa kakaisip kung paano niya maayos ang problema kinakaharap niya. Tumango siya at maya-maya pa'y bigla na lang siyang may naalala. Lian has my name stamped, Isaac, and some footage on my office is missing. Can you recover it for me? I'll try my best. Lumabas siya ng mansyon para lumanghap ng sariwang hangin nang sa ganoon ay maibsan ang kabangkay niyang nararamdaman. Kapag nailipat na dito sa mansyon ng mga magulang ni Angela, ay pupunta siyang muli sa lugar kung saan sumabog ang yate para personal na mag-abang ng report tungkol sa asawa at kapatid niya. Habang nakatanaw sa mga halaman ng kanyang ina, ay biglang sumagi sa isipan niya ang matandang nakasalubong niya sa warehouse ni Isko noong kasama niya si Angela. He doesn't believe in superstition, subalit sumagi sa isip niya ang sinabi nito. That filthy woman told him to take good care of his wife, and that a tragedy would come into their life. She said it as if she knows what will happen in the future, which made him think she must have an idea where his wife is. Call him crazy, but he was very desperate to hold her back, kaya naman mabilis siyang pumunta ng garahe at nagmaneho patungong bayan. Pagkarating niya sa warehouse ay dumiretso na siya sa opisina ni Isko. Labis naman itong nagulat na makita siya at pumasok nang hindi man lang kumakatok. Kumpadre! Malakas na itong bigkas subalit agad na binatukan ng babaeng kasama nito, kaya naman napanguwi si Isko at hilaw na umiti sa kanya. Sir Justin pala, ano pong may paglilingkod ko sa'yo? The fortune teller. I mean, yung matandang manghuhula na sabi mo, saan ko siya makikita? Nainip niyang tanong. Sa sinabi nito ay ngumisi si Isko. Naniniwala na po ba kayo sa kanya? Nagpakawala siya ng malalim na buntong hininga. Saan ko siya makikita, Isko? Sabihin mo sa akin. Aba sir, kung hahanapin niyo siya, ay dapat may kapalit ng pagtulong ko sa'yo. Tumigil ka nga, Isko. Hindi ka ba nahihiya dyan sa mga inaasal mo? Singhal ng babaeng kasama nito na sa tingin niya asawa ni Isko. Darling naman, kunting hiling lang naman. Just name it. Kung anong gusto mo o magkano ba? Putol niya sa sasabihin sana nito. Masyadong madaldal si Isko para sa isang lalaki. Hindi po pera, sir. Ano? Malapit na talaga maubos ang pasensya niya sa pangit na ito. Pumayag ka ng ipakasal magiging anak natin. Pagsisikapan ko magandang lahi ang magiging malugang. Whatever, Isko. Saka mo na ako singilin kapag magkaanak na tayong pareho. Hindi pa natatapos ang sasabihin niya ay inabutan na siya nito ng papel. Pirmahan mo muna. Nakangisi nitong sabi. Sigurista ang kumag. Napakamot pa ng noo ang asawa ni Isko habang nakatingin dito. Mabilis naman niyang binasa ang walang kwentang dokumento kuno bago iyon pinirmahan at ibinalik sa lalaking halos kita na ang bagang sa laki ng ngisi. Pagkatapos ay dinala siya nito sa matandang gusgusi na pakay niya. Lola, naalala niyo po ba ako? Ako yung nakasalubong ninyo noong nakaraan na may kasamang magandang babae. Sandali siya nitong tinitigan bago malungkot ng umiti. Hindi ka nakinig sa sinabi ko sa'yo. Malumanay nitong sambit. Kagatlabi siyang napayuko. Ano bang gagawin ko para mahanap ko siya? Desperado niyang tanong. Huminga ito ng malalim bago tumingin sa malayo. Kahit paglayuin man ang tadhana ang nakatakda, mahahanap mo pa rin siya sa tamang panahon. Sinubukan pa niya itong tanungin ulit pero hindi na ito nagsasalita at parang baliw na kung saan-saan na tumitingin. Kaya naman wala na siyang nagawa at nilisan na ang lugar. But he promised to come back some other time. Hindi siya titigil hanggat wala siyang nakukuhang matinong sagot mula dito. Pagbalik niya naman siya ay naabutan niya si Castor na naninigarilyo malapit sa malaking puno sa garden nila. Ngayon lang niya naalala na nakita na pala niya ito minsan noong kabataan niya. Isa si Castor sa pinagkakatiwalaan ni Don Crisostomo noon. Napagpasyahan niyang lapitan ito para kausapin. He saw recognition in his eyes nang makita siya nito. I won't ask if you're alright, Justin, because I know you're not. But I'm hoping you will be, iho. Salamat po, Mr. Madrid. Anya sa mababang tono. He heard Castor chuckled. Just call me Tito Castor. You know, your wife is very close to me even before I left the Philippines. Malungkot siyang napangiti nang banggitin itong asawa niya. He misses his wife so much na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa siya nakakatulog. Kakaisip kung ano na kaya nangyari dito. Marahang tapik ang pumukaw sa kanyang atensyon. Napalingon siya kay Castor na matamang nakatitig sa kanya. Angela always sneaks out of the mansion to secretly look at you from afar whenever you're outside with your white horse. I know this very well since I am her former bodyguard. Who would have thought that the day would come that she will be married to you? Pareho silang napangiti. He didn't know that Angela was doing those things. It must be hard for her to contain her feelings for him. He's been wondering how she did it for years without him knowing. Siya nga na ilang araw pa lang na hindi ito nakikita at nahahawakan, para na siyang mababaliw. But Angela manages to control her emotion, especially after he left this place for 8 years. How did she stay in love with him for so long? I even thought you would become close after she saved you from drowning in the lake where Javier died 12 years ago. But I was wrong, cause you dated her cousin instead. Marahas siyang napalingon sa gawin ni Castor nang marinig niya ang huling sinabi nito. Can you come again, Tito Castor? From where should I repeat? Tanong nito. The one who saved me that day. Halos hindi siya makahinga habang hinihintay ang sagot ng lalaki. Angela saved you from drowning in the lake 12 years ago, iho. Paglalahad nito, naguguluhan siyang tumitig kay Castor. How? How come it was her? I woke up with Lian in the lake. Castor threw his cigarette on this ground and stepped on it. The two of them sneaked out that day and went to the nipa hut near the lake. But the rain poured so hard. I guess they ran in the rain. That's what I saw from afar. Angela jumped into the lake, despite his father's rule not to step in that area after Javier's death. Castor chuckled, samantalang unti-unti nang tumulo ang luha mula sa kanyang mga mata dahil sa narinig. Angela is his savior. She is the reason why he got a chance to live a second life, and yet he hurted her countless times. Lahat-lahat ng pang-insulto at panggagago niya dito ay muling nagbalik sa diwa niya. I almost had a heart attack after what she did. You know how dangerous that place is. She could have died with you, but she didn't think twice of saving you, even if it will cost her own life. I can say she was a very kind woman, a selfless one to be exact. Her parents were so lucky to have her. And ito habang nakatanaw sa malayo. Then, why did I woke up with Lian and not her? Halos wala na sa sariling tanong niya. Crisostomo was out of town at that time, Iho. I immediately took her away from the lake before you woke up. Angela hid it for the fear that she can't go out freely again if her father will hold the knowledge about her saving you. Napahawak siya sa kanyang dibdib. Ang bigat ng pakiramdam niya. Parang hindi siya makahinga sa mga revelasyong narinig niya mula kay Castor. Ang babaeng ilang taon niyang sinaktan at kinamuhian ay ang totoong nagligtas sa kanya. Hindi na niya napigilan pa ang sarili niyang mapahagulhol ng iyak. Wala siyang pakaalam kung ano man ang isipin ni Castor. Even if he will curse himself forever, hindi nun mababayaran ang kababuyang ginawa niya sa asawa niya. Mas lalo lang niyang naisip na hindi siya karapat-dapat para dito.